For me, I think the biggest thing that football taught me was how to overcome adversity.
At some point in your life, you're going to have some tough times.
You have to have that next play mentality.
That cohesiveness and that working together, that's really something special that you can't get in a lot of other areas.
When you practice that and you live that in other phases of your life, it becomes second nature because all you know how to do is fight.
It's not an easy game. If it were easy, everyone would do it.
You start to appreciate the smaller contributions that people make. You don't just look at the big one because you knew it took 6 or 7 other guys who are unsung.
And you can't take shortcuts and be successful.
Doing what they do to make it possible for the guy getting the press clippings or whatever it might be.
In this game, whether it's as a coach or a player.
So I would certainly say that you definitely got a very quick lesson in how to overcome adversity playing football.
Welcome to another edition of Talking Ball with the Czar. I'm Emery Hunt, the Czar of the Playbook, on the campus of Bowie State University, home of the Bulldogs, with head football coach Damon Wilson. Coach, I appreciate you taking time.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Now, you jumped right into this side of the game right away. You were an outstanding football player, then you instantly went to coaching. So what was it about this side of the business, so to speak, that intrigued you and ultimately captivated you?
Well, I was a guy that I think the coaches considered a coach on the field. I realized my playing days were over. I didn't have any professional football ahead of me. I love the game. I love teaching the game even as a player. Grew up around coaches, and so therefore it was a great opportunity that was presented to me once I graduated from college.
You're Bowie State through and through. You were an all-conference player here, assistant coach, then you came back and now you're ultimately the head coach. So obviously this place means something to you. What does Bowie State mean to you, and why was this the ideal opportunity for you?
Well, Bowie State University gave me an opportunity first to further my education and to play college football. And once I finished playing, like I said, I had the opportunity to coach. This place is special. It groomed me to who I am today. Met a lot of great people, professors and former teammates. And it gave me an opportunity, and it's something that's almost like I'm giving back, and I'm coming to work every day. And it's not a job, this is something that I feel as though it's my obligation to do and try to provide other young men with the same opportunities that I had.
Now, I like how you guys play offense, man. You guys are aggressive. You guys work touchdown to check down almost. You guys push the ball down the field. What goes into developing that aggressive offensive mindset?
A lot has to do with my offensive coordinator, Coach Moses Ware. He does a good job in game planning, and the rest of the offensive staff. He's an aggressive guy. At certain times, I got to scale him back sometimes because we are up-tempo offense, and sometimes we'll put the defense on the field for too many snaps, and that takes away from our defense. Traditionally, Bowie State was a defensive team. If you gave up 14 points defensively, it was a bad day. Now in today's offense, it's hard to keep a team down to just scoring 14 points. But offensively, we think we're prepared to go into any game, have a shootout, and win a ball game. And I think we've shown we can do that some games, and we just want to continue to get better on that side of the ball.
A lot of programs tend to have a great year, then they fall off. Your teams have gotten better each and every season, which shows your development, which shows your process. Where was this program when you got here? Where is it now in your process, and where would you ultimately like to see this thing going?
Well, when I returned here as the head coach, the program was not in a bad place. It was a situation we wanted to improve graduation. We wanted to develop some guys. And what I did was put a program in place where we ended up redshirting the bulk of our freshman class. I think that really has helped us academically and also from a maturity standpoint on the football field. We don't have a lot of 17, 18-year-olds running around on the field. They're 19 to 20, their first time touching the field, understanding the scheme, offensively, defensively, and special teams. And our freshman class averaging about 40 credits a year, within that first year. So they're almost at graduation after a year, which really, really helps a lot to get the parents to buy into, the administration to buy into what we're trying to get done. Right now, we're at a place where we competed in the NCAA playoffs. I think we're building a team that can compete in the national championship game. That's the ultimate goal. But first, we have to win our conference championship. Haven't won a conference championship. Been there 3 years, but have not won one yet. So it's important that we just continue to get better, continue to bring in good quality student athletes, and develop players and coaches. And that's one thing that I really pride myself on, is developing players and coaches.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned a red shirt, and I agree with you wholeheartedly that that's a key part in development. Right. How important is it for a student athlete to understand coming in that, hey, you may not be ready to play college football?
It's tough. I mean, in today's society, everybody, it's the microwave generation. Everybody wants to, receive those rewards pretty quickly. And to get a 17 or 18-year-old to buy into, hey, you're going to practice every day, but you're not going to play on Saturday, it's a little difficult. The good thing about it is we have reference points now. In the last 6 years, we had 5 guys sign NFL contracts. The bulk of those guys were red shirts when they came in. So now I can say, hey, Kari Lee was a red shirt, who's now the starting tight end for Detroit Lions. So I can use names now in different points where the guys are buying into a little easier. At first, it was tough. They're like, hey, coach, you guys, they were 4-6 last year, 5-5. I'm coming to help right now. You're not ready to help. Let's learn what's going on. So now you're on the field, not thinking as much, just flying around playing football and having fun. And like I said, I think just having those reference points really helps us a lot now.
One of my favorite questions Coach always asks everyone is about philosophy, because I know you guys do a great job of piecing together a program. It's not just going out there and coaching. So what's one piece of your philosophy that makes you so successful?
It starts with recruiting. You have to recruit quality student athletes. You just can't have a lot of ball players on your team. You're going to have some guys that are just great ball players, but you're going to have to have some cerebral guys as well. Some guys that understand schemes that you're trying to implement. In recruiting, you want to bring in pieces to the puzzle that fit what you're trying to get done. And if you don't have those pieces, you need to change what you're doing. Right. A lot of coaches get stuck in the mindset, hey, this is what we're doing. If you don't have the pieces to get that done, you need to change what you're doing. So my philosophy is really, one of my main philosophies is really just recruiting. Just bringing in good quality students, bringing in guys that can learn our system. You don't want a whole lot of minimum qualifiers. You want some guys that reach those SAT numbers and GPA numbers and don't have an issue getting into school and retaining the information and developing. You got to develop it. You're at a Division II school. We're not going to get that guy just ready to play. That guy's going to probably go Division I. So we're going to have to spend some time to develop those guys. So the bulk of, the most important part, I guess, of my philosophy is recruiting and development.
And you look at the fact that Bowie State is an outstanding football program, outstanding university. Right. And in the global sense, it has a significant place because it's an HBCU. Right. How significant is coaching at an HBCU for you? And also, how are you able to get that point across to your players?
I look at this, that's a good question. I look at it 2 ways. Yes, I am coaching at the HBCU, which from a football standpoint, in my opinion, football is football. I don't care. There's no such thing as HBCU football and FBS football. Football is football. But the unique thing about an HBCU is the family environment, the love and support that you're going to get that you may not get at a larger school. Our enrollment now is around 5,600 students, but I don't buy into the HBCU football part of it, but I do buy into the HBCU experience as a student, and that's something that I think is priceless. I think it has a lot of benefits. And for me to be here and, like I said, to have the impact on the young men that we have on a daily basis is great. I mean, a lot of guys, a lot of people in the world, they don't like getting up going to work every day. I work 7 days a week and won't complain 1 minute because I love what I do. And I love being able to watch some young men get better on the football field, but also walk across the stage. And that's something, like I said, I'm really passionate about, I'm excited about, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it.
Coach, we remember a time when you only knew about a few schools. You maybe saw one late night on TV, but the whack game of the week or something like that. But nowadays with the internet and all the television stations, virtually every school is on television, and students have a lot of options. So why would a student athlete choose Bowie State?
Wow. Why not? I mean, I think we're a program that is over the top when you're talking about. We're not just developing. I think we're past that development stage. We're at a place now where we're really trying to make some real history and compete like I say, in the NCAA playoffs. Academically, we're graduating over 80% of our guys. And like I say, professionally, last 6 years, 5 guys signed NFL contracts. Our team GPA is up with around 2.75, 2.8. Yes, we want to continue to improve that, but you're going to get the development that you need on and off the football field. We do a lot of community service projects. We just don't spend time on the football field. You know, we're in a community. We're going to church, going to Bible study together. We're trying to develop that entire person and impact the community in a positive way. So if you want to do something good with your life and want to have an opportunity to be in your desired work field, I think Bowie State provides you that opportunity. And I know from a football standpoint, we provide you the opportunity to play at a high level and possibly accomplish any other personal goals you may have.
Yeah, this campus is outstanding. The football program is tremendous. You're doing a great job here. Again, I wouldn't expect less because you're a Bowie guy through and through. It means something to you.
Right.
And we wish you the best luck moving forward. Coach, thanks for taking time.
Thanks a lot for having me.